Take two, semi-survival, Wyverns Rest, episode 2, the plot. Now, if there's no more recording interruptions, I'll actually do what I was supposed to do yesterday, but got legitimately too scared to do. Please note, the trader that scared me before is dead. Is the word smited or smote him with lightning? Smote sounds better. Anyways, explore the spooky church. Alright, man. Explore the ominous, spooky church with a donkey tied to it. I don't know who lit the lanterns, the candles, but makes it a little bit less ominous in here. What's written on the pages? It's fucking blank. I feel like if I reread it at a later point, it's gonna have something. But anyways, climb the vines. Good thing they were left here. Only good thing about churches being left in like a derelict state. And yeah, emphasis on derelict. I went through the whole church. There doesn't seem to be anything here other than bones. There were some cobwebs, but I cut them down. And now, this. Please don't let me be cursed for desecrating church property. Eye of Abyss. That feels familiar. Eye of Storm. This is not going to be a vacation, is it? And Eye of Curse. Of course. I just had to go and say I'd be cursed for this. Alright, leave them there, and nothing bad will there are bones in here. I'm totally fucked. I'm gonna peel the moss off of the floor. Oh, that's nasty. Alright. The urge to fix infrastructure returns to fight me once again. Huh. I'm gonna steal the fucking tithes. If I'm cursed, I'm cursed. Got some leather. Got some paper. It's blank. I'm leaving the bones and the pieces of broken pots. I'm fine with being cursed. I'm not fine with grave robbery. Even though that's basically what I did. What are you looking at? You're probably thinking, Draco, you're talking to a donkey. A donkey that you told not to mess with your dragon, like... Are you sane? And... I don't even know who I'm talking to at this point, so, here's the answer. Ow, that hurt. Well, if that wasn't a good enough answer, I don't know what is. No, I'm not. I'm lucky I'm able to speak coherent Norse. Speaking Norse. nearly said English, whatever that is. Alright. I climb onto the vines. Why is this so hard? I swear it wasn't this hard, like, last time. And what am I doing? I have a dragon, I can just fly up there. Girl. You ride? Hey, you didn't do something awful and, like, leave me stranded here. Alright. Fix that bit of infrastructure. I don't know why I do this. Like, why do I make the life hard for myself? But at the same time, it's fulfilling. Like if you look at this place, it's fallen apart. But I want to put it back together. It's a compulsion, I guess. Like, something is ruined, I want to fix it. Is that called being crazy? Or is it called being a good person? I'm asking questions too deep for me to handle. I'm not sure I even want to ask these questions. Fuck. Ow. I'm a fuck. Why? My genius? Sometimes my genius, it's almost frightening because it does not exist. Because of course I decide that the best way up is to fly up. This place is falling apart. Out of character, I'm trying so hard not to start singing Linkin Park. You have no idea. Why am I even... the curse of the unexplained urge to peel up rock, or like moss. This doesn't seem correct, like... Alright, guys, I'm breaking character. Semi-survival rules apply now. I cannot physically do this. Alright. Set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, counting down.
You ever wonder if our world is alone in that it holds life? I mean, of course, there are the legends of the Nine Realms, where all of the Norse gods live, and there are, I was about to say dragons, but we got those here. But there are beasts beyond our imagination, like those eyes. I recognize those artifacts. They're nothing but trouble. But when they appear, it means that something is going on with the world that is fucked, and I have to fix it. It happened last time. That happening was the only reason the commander let me take a break. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably still be doing trickstery things and stealing, pillaging, plundering. All the worst qualities you could ask for in a hero, but I never really want to be one. You're just forced into it and have no choice. I might as well do this. I'm probably wasting my 5 minutes. But I knew it. I knew I was wasting time. I'm going to at least give myself, let me fly, the grace of not going insane with this. Then I will stick to my word. Alright. Is this even on every side? Yeah. Get on Vadi. Dump us back on the floor. I didn't even get a chance to finish the inside. This is gonna be a multi-day project. Set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, starting now.
I told you that 20-minute timer is going to bite us in the back later. I didn't expect it to start biting so soon. I could have just let it be cobble and if I'd let it be cobble, I wouldn't have to deal with this. Come on, girl. Barry, stay here. I'm not gonna let. Having compulsive tendencies to want to fix things that are not broken. Possibly a sign of insanity, but let's face it, I know I'm not sane to begin with. Well, so I put these, get this, stone pick, just for just. Ooh. Something perfectly sized for me to fall into and get stuck. No. No, I wouldn't dare. I'm not that much of a thief that I would steal the pathways. I'm a thief. I'm not that much of a thief. Let me just read this in the light. Yep. From your benefactor. I might as well do things like I used to do back at Burke when I wasn't in the middle of plundering and thieving and tearing things apart just so that I could build more things. Get things legitimately instead of doing whatever dark ritual I end up doing to go into. I've never really known what that state is. I call it the semi-survivalist because never really... I genuinely don't know. I call it the semi-survivalist, but I don't know why. Like, I become untouchable. I gain access to infinite resources, but what's the point if I can... There's no point to calling it survival. There's always background noises that really get on my nerves and make me want to tear things apart. I knew that was gonna break, but I didn't want to say it. I felt like if I said it, it was going to immediately happen. And it did. I didn't even... But I didn't say it first. Horse. You probably get along well with Donkey the donkey. I'm genuinely not sure why I do things. Nautilus shells? I'll take them. Back to plundering? Fuck yeah, but why do that when I could just do things legitimately? Be a good person. I'll tell you why. Because plundering makes things easier in the short run. Charcoal. Charcoal is a good fuel source early on. Allows me to make more charcoal. Just dumping as much in there as I can to get from one piece. Well, two pieces of coal, one charcoal and one regular coal. That should be enough to get 15 pieces of char. Maybe more if I'm... risky. Girl, let me on. Ah! Lass, why are you like this? on the roof. Just fly in a straight line. Let's just see how long we can cook that for. It will burn through some of my reserves, but we've got the very conspicuous forest over there if I ever need more wood. Alright, we've gotten 15 pieces. Let me just use a third of that right there. Set. She's so disobedient, and yet I feel like it's not her fault. She just has to deal with me all the time. Tiles? No, I just need bricks. Oh, so that's what was happening. The goddamn shield was getting in the way of my hand when I ordered it to sit. No, taking apart things to put them back together, it's soothing, it's relaxing, but at the same time there's a sort of strangeness to it. I could have brought the flint and steel. Why do I need a flint and steel when I have a dragon? Because the lightning she produces does not burn things. I mean, sure, it scorches things to have that. I've gotten so used to clapping my head on the ceiling, I'm not even feeling it. As long as I don't take those eyes out of that chest, I believe I will be fine. At least, I hope I will be. Girl. be gliding all the way there. Buddy, just stay there. You know, I never explained why I called you Vari. It's actually kind of simple. I have fallen. And I cannot give up. Get up. I could... Oh. This is far more simpler than what I was planning on doing. Which was a long and complex procedure that involved me going into that strange form I can go into. It's not a form, more as a state. Alright, yeah, I was going to reignite this. Oh, that's better. At least now the donkey has something to burn itself to death with. I know. That's not something I'm supposed to say. Andesite! You know how hard that stuff is to find. It's not. It's very easy to find, but it's the principle of the matter that irritates me. Time for me to just... That's... You know what? I'll use you. I can rebuild this bench later. But if I tear it apart now, I can use it to help fix that. This sagging wooden support beam. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Alright, I brought the pickaxe. 2, 1. I'm breaking character again. Game mode, creative. If set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Some of the more damaged infrastructure will have to be removed. I will remove it. But maybe not when the whole world's watching. What do I mean the whole world? It's just me, like, I'm not that much of not that important. Hell, I spent most of all the important events drunk and alone. Hell, I was zoned out for so long that they made a funeral for me because they didn't know that I was just sitting at the top of a mountain. I arrived at my own funeral where people who seconds before had been either mourning or celebrating my demise suddenly had a good excuse to try to make that demise real. They, at least some of them, showed their true colors that day. And then people wonder why I struggle to socialize. I remember there was a time when I believed that love at first sight was real. She was pretty, I guess. She was kind, was the more important thing to me at the time. Unfortunately, she didn't approve of me, like, she didn't want me. This is getting depressing. I'm going back into, you know, I can't tell if that was in character or not because out of character. For every relationship I've tried to be in that I approached first, they said no, they didn't want to be with me. So I have a girlfriend now. She's wonderful. She's kind. She's also a bit mentally unstable, but at this point, I think I might be as well. It's less of a I can fix her and more of a we're both fucked. Ah, come on, just let me get rid of this. And the cracked bricks. Alright. Getting rid of this, the cracked bricks. I'll just let me finish this tower. Please. I'm going to go insane if I have to spend another fucking 3 days waiting to use this powder again, and seems to be working. If the more it seems to be working, the more I complain, the more it seems to stay, but will it stay long enough for me to finish this? I doubt it, honestly. The world isn't so kind to me. You heard me half in character trauma dumping. And genuinely, I don't know why, but I feel like I'm going to cry. And I'm going to finish this. I don't care about the limits. I set limits to make sure that I didn't go into creative for every single inconvenience. I didn't set limits so that I would make the game harder for myself. Semi-survival is about having fun and telling a story. And I'm having fun. But because I'm such a coward, currently out of character, I'm on peaceful mode, which is why there are no monsters spawning, and why in character Draco was so not so I don't know what the word is. I'm not the best at my own language. Staying out of character for the last touch-ups on this build. You remember when they used to use AI to make the four not for those three American dudes, Trump, Obama, and Biden play Minecraft together. Yeah, those were the good old days of the internet. Those were the only good uses for AI at the time. What do I mean? What do I mean by at the time? AI... It's a tool? It's a badly used tool. We have no way to manage it. So... we have no way to know whether something was made by it or not. The dangers of new technology is that they could break through barriers that our current technology can't follow. Anyways, I'm getting the andesite for the floors. I'm finishing the flooring. Alright. I think that's the last of it. Getting rid of the grey glass, stained glass pane. I hate these things because they match my inventory perfectly. / game mode survival. Fuck. If I mistype a command, the Microsoft record thing is in the way of my chat box. So, I feel like this is a good enough end to the episode. I've repaired the church. I'm heading back to the village. And you know what? Next week, when I've finished whatever work I'm doing, I'll continue the series. Always remember, count your blessings. You never know how much you'll need them. Love you, especially my girlfriend. She is the greatest friend I can have, because she loves me as well. I swear if she breaks up with me at some point, I might literally just die. There's like... Anyways... Goodbye. My mom is yelling at my younger brother. See ya!